A friend! Bro, I just randomly actually found someone to quest with in this game. That's awesome. Oh, psych! Wait, no. Come on. Let me be your. Wait, she got. Wait, no. Come on, we're making this happen, dude. I need your help, bro. I got horrible damage. I'm not ready for this fight. Come on. Hey, what's up, guys? And welcome back to another video on the future of our planet. And the whole human race, all that good stuff. But today I think we're gonna be talking about something that I think is a good video to make because, well, it's not an easy problem to solve. There's no button we can flip and reverse what's happened. I think it's actually a really interesting thing that we all kind of know a little bit about deep down, but I actually was recently listening to a podcast. It's called Stuff You Should Know. I'll leave a link down in the description. It's on Spotify. I'm sure it's on a bunch of other platforms. It's pretty popular, I think, but it's super good. They do lots of different interesting things, but this episode was specifically on this thing called, bro, I got you. Don't even worry about it, dude. I got another blade for you. Don't even worry about it. He's going for that vengeance, dude. What a god. But this specific episode was on a concept called planned obsolescence. And if you guys don't know what this is, basically, in more simple terms, it means like planned retirement. So like planned retirement of like retail products, essentially. So maybe you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but there's a lot of products that were made in like the 1920s, 1930s that are like still really good today. Like they're still really solidly built. And a lot of people are like, how is that possible? Like, how is it possible that stuff that was made that long ago is still good today? And in most cases, better than what exists today, right? And that's where the concept of planned obsolescence came in. And I'm not going to go over the whole history of it because it's not really relevant to this discussion, but essentially a certain point, which I think was around the 40s, maybe the 50s is when it really kicked in, because that's obviously when like the whole American dream thing happened and there was a lot of retail being pushed on everybody. But up until then, like the goal when making products was to make the best product possible, right? Like if you're making a refrigerator, right? Like you're trying to make the best refrigerator possible. It's going to last as long as possible because that's what's going to get you the most sales, right? If you have the best refrigerator, the most durable, the best made, everyone's going to want to buy it, right? Like that's how it worked until someone came along, and I don't know his name. There's a lot of different people that have been credited with coming up with this concept. It basically said, hey, like what if instead of doing that, we actually make products that will expire in like a couple of years that are less well built, but then make them every year. And that way, and like update the styles and everything. So that way people will be enticed to keep buying new ones, right? And that way we can actually make more money because it'll cost us less to produce these products and we can get people to buy them more often, right? And so that's where this idea of planned obsolescence comes in. There's a lot of very, very, very obvious examples today. You guys see them with phones, with cars, with computers, with all that stuff. And obviously, some of it's like technology being pushed forward, but in reality, a lot of it's this planned obsolescence thing where it's like a new car comes out every year and it's like, is it better than the last one? Yeah, probably, but it's probably not really to like the highest standards that it could be built, and they're probably banking on the fact that they're going to come out with one next year that you're going to want to buy even more, right? So they make them a little bit better every year, and they kind of lead you on, and you kind of get trapped in this cycle. And you've heard a lot of people talk about this retail consumerism society, but the reality is that it's been around for a while, and it's actually like kind of a little bit more intense than I guess maybe some people. It's at least more intense than I realized. Like I didn't realize that they were purposely like basically making crappy products and planning out these like 10-year timelines of, okay, this is the product we're going to release this year, then we're going to release this one next year, and that's basically going to entice people as much as possible to keep buying the new thing every year, right? And when you think about that, you're like, okay, what does this have to do with climate change? Well, it's pretty obvious, I hope. It means that we're making products that are not as good as they could be, that are not as durable as they could be, way more often than we should be, right? So that kind of vortex of horrible means that, at least from an environmental perspective, this is the worst possible thing we could do for the environment. Like the only thing we could do even worse for the environment was to make stuff more and more frequently. Like every 3 months we come out with a new car, right? But like basically what we're doing is we've structured the entire economy around this like planned obsolescence concept, which means that like every year we're producing so much waste that we shouldn't be producing, or that we could easily avoid with the technology that we have. Like, we're not even close to really manufacturing our full potential in terms of durability and like good product design, you know? And that's kind of crazy, man. Like, I don't know about you guys. Like, I know that everyone knows that the economy now is obviously very based around this planned obsolescence thing. So it's not like, it's like I said, it's not an easy switch. Can't just be like, oh, okay, cool, that exists. So hey guys, you guys can't make cars every year. You have to make the best one that you possibly can, and let's hope that it'll last for like 20 years. That's not how it works, right? And if we were to do that, then all these companies would be screwed, right? Because their entire payment and their entire like economy, the entire economy is based around this structure of like, okay, new stuff comes out every year. These companies are gonna make X amount of revenue every year. Like, the entire economy would be shrunk, right? If we started making really good products, you know, even if we charged more for them, it would not compare to how much less money people would have to spend. But then there's the other question where it's like, dude, we got to think about this for a little bit, all right? Because this is the world that we live in, and like, we're basically destroying it in the name of making crappy products every year that we can sell to make more like revenue and more money. But like, what does money matter, man? I mean, okay, this is a very different discussion. I'm not, obviously money matters, okay, and obviously rich people are gonna survive and be better off than people that don't have as much money, and so that's where it gets even more messy. That's a different discussion. But I think the pretty obvious discussion is like, okay, this is like a very practical thing that exists that we're doing that really shouldn't be happening, at least on this broad scale. So that's kind of the big concept that I want to just bring up in this video. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of you guys kind of know, you know, if you just exist in the world, you hear about all this crazy stuff that these corporations are doing, and you know, it's like, it's almost a cliche at this point. But the reality is, from an environmental perspective, this is very much not a cliche, right? And it's also a very, in my opinion, a very like solvable problem, right? Like, we have the technology and the tools to solve this. It can't be solved immediately, but like, this is a discussion I really think we should be having, because if we can, even if we pushed this manufacturing schedule, and again, like, it's not this easy. You can't just be like, okay, now we can only make stuff every 2 years instead of 1. But if that happened, imagine that happens, all right? Instead of coming out with cars every 1 year, it's every 2 years. Just imagine that, right? Instead of the 2018, you know, Toyota, the 2019 Toyota, the 2020 Toyota. By the way, they also come out with these car models like 3 years in advance. That's how they know it's just a marketing ploy at this point. It's like the 2023 Toyotas already exists, right? But if we could even scale it back so it's every other year, and we did that with a lot of products, it's like half the manufacturing, you know? And like, if we made them better, then yeah, maybe we're using different materials, and maybe we're using more materials, but it's definitely not nearly, and no one can say it, it's not nearly close to how much like stuff we're wasting by making stuff every year or every 6 months or whatever. It's a massive thing, man. And I hope you guys like are interested in this, because I think it's super interesting. I want to learn even more about it. Like I said, I mean, this is kind of, I'm giving you guys as much as I know. There's obviously probably a lot more out there, and I hope I'm gonna look into this a little bit more. But like, the reality is, man, we're way overproducing and way over manufacturing stuff when we're at a time where we should not be doing that. Like, this is not the time for us to be doing that, because our whole planet's about to get destroyed. This is like the future of the world, man. We can't be like, we can't be ignoring this stuff, you know? And even if I'm just a Wizard101 YouTuber, I think it's still worth making videos about, I hope. So yeah, I don't know. That's about all I have to say. I don't know. I feel like I should make videos on this, you know, like, it feels like something I just should do. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, I hope that at least I can give you guys some like interesting insights into some of this stuff, because it's crazy, man. It's really crazy what we do. It's really crazy. Like, some of it's just unbelievable, man. That like, we have so much control over stuff, and yet we're so dumb. I mean, we're not dumb, we're greedy and all this stuff and whatever, but man, I don't know. It's a crazy world. After your battle, can you walk into a gate and let me teleport to you? Okay. All right, we got him, guys. We've completed the battle, dude. I feel like I'm in 2012 right now, questing through Zafaria without any good gear. Alright, thank you. Thank you, Steven. Which one is it? Where is it? I'm gonna help my friend here. He needs to go somewhere. Teleport, my friend. Alright, well, Steven, I wish you the best of luck, my friend, my wizard friend, Steven Blue Eyes. I make friends, everyone. Alright, we gotta catch the magician, but that's gonna wait until another video. Yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I'll probably do another video again soon. Another little interesting aspect, I guess, of the world and climate change. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see me talk about. I'm happy to talk about lots of different things. So I hope you all enjoyed this. And with all that said, guys, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.
It's easy to set a young heart on the run, to see it crashing out the sky, falling one by one.